Good morning and welcome to 8th grade robotics. Robotics is exactly what we're doing here. Basically, if you look around your tables, you will see the blue kit and the box on top of it, which is your remote. Each table has one, and within that box and that system, you're going to build a robot, 2 attachments for 2 different events, and possibly a 3D attachment, which will be done in the back computer lab. Someone will be creating and fabricating their own attachment that they can add to that robot that you have on your table. But before we even get into that, let's get one thing out of the way. You need to make sure that there are no more than 5 people at your table and no less than 3 people at your table, because it's really difficult to build this project with only 2 people, and it's definitely difficult to distribute jobs for the project with more than 5. No one in this class can get away with doing nothing. In fact, even though this is a team grade, you still get your own individual grades, and I'll explain. For example, let's say you're building the robot. Somebody in the team is going to build the robot, someone in the team is going to build the attachment, and someone in the team is going to build the other attachment. That's 3 people. If you have 4 people, the 4th person will be either on the 3D attachment or just calibrating the electrical system or calibrating the attachments to the robot. What that means is basically setting up the attachments to the robot and making sure that they actually work. We'll get into that in more detail. But those people have a job. And while that person who might be just calibrating the electricals or calibrating the attachments might not think that they have a job in the beginning, they will assist the person who's building the robot. And you will see how that will all come together, and there is a grading rubric, which I can show you in just a minute. So please make sure that you guys take a minute. More than welcome to look around the room and see who you might want to sit with if you're at a table who has more than 5 people or you're at a table who only has 2. There is enough for 5 teams. Please make sure you guys get in the correct groups. When you're in the correct groups, I'd like you to go onto your iPads and go to this website. Truppi, T-R-U-P-P-I, 8th, 8th grade, Tetrix, T-E-T-R-I-X, .weebly.com. If you don't spell it correctly, it won't come up. If you're having trouble with your iPad and you don't have the Wi-Fi, it won't work. So you have to make sure that either you have a laptop that you can get from the library, and if you leave now to go get that laptop from the library, you have 3 minutes to get back. Please make sure you take a pass on the door of my room and come back in 3 minutes. You shouldn't need any more time than that. If you do not want to go get a laptop, look on to somebody with your team, but you need to know how the website works. When you get to the website, you will notice that there are a bunch of tabs. One tab basically has a listing for your grade sheet. So underneath where it says Home, if you click onto that, a drop-down menu will come up, and you will see Grade Sheet. When you click that, you will see how the grading breaks down in this class. Now let's be honest. I mean, I've been doing this for 12 years. I get it. Some people are going to want to do this, and some people are not. But those of you that don't, you can't complain to me when you don't get a good grade or why you didn't get a good grade, because it's all listed right there on the website. In fact, everything is listed on that website. What you need to do, the steps you need to do to make it happen, the actual steps to building the robot and the attachment that you're going to be making, all right there on the website. That is actually located under Students, and if you look under Students, you can see what it is. But I would like you to also double-click Students, and it'll give you a brief overview of what your jobs are and give you 3 buttons that you can click depending on what job you plan on doing that will lead you to the next direction of the class. One other thing. This class doesn't run every day, as you know from last year. You guys should know me well enough to know how I run things. You're responsible for what you're missing in the class, and I'll make sure that I post it on the website. Here's the schedule of what you missed, and here's the do now for that day. If you miss a class, so today is Thursday, if let's say next week, Monday is when I see you, you're not there. Your team is building things. They are not to build what your responsibility is. So in other words, if let's say Mr. Truppi's at a table and my job at that team is to build one of the attachments for one of the events, which in this case, one of the events is called golf. I'm supposed to build for golf. I'm absent one day. I come back 2 days later. I'm not exactly sure what they did. I'm not sure what anybody's doing in the team. I'm kind of confused. I don't ever say anything to Mr. Troopy. I sit there and hold my head up with my hand on the table for an entire period. No one at the table can build that attachment. That attachment is on them. So no one builds the attachment. Now we get into a preliminary event, which is just like a practice event that we're going to do halfway through the class, right before spring break, in fact. And there's no attachment. I'll earn a 0 for that because I didn't build one. I'll also earn a 0 if I didn't build one that actually works, because you should be able to build something that works correctly and functions for the event. So please make sure that you understand that. Now, I think I've spent enough time talking, so let me reiterate. 1, you need to build an attachment or a robot that actually functions correctly. 2, if you're confused on how to do that, you can build it based on what you see online on that internet, on the web page. 3, no more than 5 people per table, no less than 3 people per table. 4, you're responsible for what you make. And 5, if you miss a class, make sure that you understand what you missed. You're more than welcome to send me an email. I'm happy to answer that. There is one other thing, and this might be the most confusing thing to some people. Even though you can click onto the website and find out how to build a robot or how to build an attachment, you have to come up with your own designs. You cannot build what the website says. The website is merely there just to give you instruction on how to start what you want to build. Now, I'm okay with you building what's actually on the website, but you can't submit that as your own work. What I mean by that is, again, let's say I'm in a team. I build the attachment for golf, the one that is exactly like it is on the website. I build that. I bring that to the events, the preliminary events. I'm going to get a 0 because I didn't build something based on my own creativity. What I'm hoping you do is build something out of your own creativity that works, whether it's the robot or the 2 attachments, and then test whatever it is that you want to do. And if it doesn't work, who cares? You're not getting graded on it not working. Rebuild it, fix it, make it work again, and then by the time the preliminary comes along where you actually get graded for your thing, you'll get a good grade. If you have questions, you know my email, and if you don't know my email, yeah, it's on the website. Good luck, have fun, and enjoy the class. Oh, speaking of which, you want to bring water? I'm okay with you bringing water. You want to bring a snack? I'm okay with you bringing a snack. I want this to be a fairly, easy class, free-willed class, allowing you guys to do what you're going to do as long as you get the project done. But keep in mind, I don't want you guys spilling water around the robotics. I don't want you to spill any of your, snacks around them, because what can happen is, because there's electrical systems, it could short everything out. But if you want to bring it and leave it on a side table somewhere, I'm okay with that. But whatever it takes to let you guys work at a higher level in the morning, I'm okay with that, because I know it's tough at 8:35 in the morning. All right, good luck. Go to work.